The sport of cycling for me is everything. It's absolutely everything. Everything I do in my life revolves around being a successful cyclist. The goal, the mission is to win the Tour de France. I've already mapped it out. It's the year 2020. I'll be 31 years old when I win the Tour de France. My name is Jordan Picchiottino, and what I do is I race a bicycle. In 2009, during the Tour de France, I came downstairs one morning and my dad was watching the Tour de France. I have never seen bicycle racing before, ever. And he explained that Lance Armstrong was making a comeback to the Tour de France. And I was immediately drawn to it. I'd never seen any athletes push themselves, to those lengths. And I was just, attracted to their dedication. So I started following it and watching a little bit. And that kind of inspired me to go out and buy a road bike, and I wanted to, try my hand at it. I wanted to see if I could do what those guys did, and I was humbled pretty quick. First ride, I remember, first time I went out on my road bike, I made it 3.5 miles before I had to stop. I was out of breath, I couldn't make it anymore. And then being as competitive as I am, I immediately threw myself into it and wanted to, bridge that gap so that I wasn't, that embarrassed. Ever since I was young, ever since I can remember, I always wanted to be great at something. Until 2009, I didn't know what it was that I wanted to be the best at. But I knew I had to be the best at something, so I pursued lots of, other things. But when I found cycling, I believed for the first time I really could be the best at something. If I had never seen Lance race in 2009, I asked myself, what would I be doing with my life? I was partying a lot, drinking a lot. I experimented with drugs, just with the wrong crowd all the time. I didn't really have anything productive going on. I didn't have goals for my life. I didn't see myself in 2020. Now I do. Now I see myself winning the Tour de France in 2020. So it's really interesting to think about where my life would have gone had I not found cycling. The last 3 years, I've gone through huge changes. Not only do I have this direction I'm going in, but everything. I got married, found the love of my life, found, who I'm gonna spend forever with. I have no desire to win the Tour de France by myself. I want someone there with me. And so I found my wife, Mandy. Now I got a baby on the way, March 1st. Roman, my boy, is gonna be born. And I just wanna live a life and an example for them, for my loved ones, for my unborn boy, and for Mandy. So cycling is the way I can do it, The biggest challenge for me, no doubt, is the fear of failure. The fear of failure has stopped me from doing so many things in life that have come up. And I just made a choice that I wasn't gonna be afraid to fail. If I fail, I'm gonna die trying. I'm gonna give it everything I have. That's one reason why I won't necessarily open up my goals to people, because they will put that fear of failure, they'll put that bug in my ear. And so as long as I shut the doors, shut my ears to all noise outside, I'm confident that I will be a success and that fear is gone. If you're not growing, you're dying, so I'm constantly trying to better myself. There's racing, in competition against the others, but then there's racing against yourself. You race against yourself every day on the bike. I time myself every workout, and if I'm not faster, I'm upset with myself. It doesn't matter what the circumstance. If I'm tired from training yesterday, it doesn't matter. I train every day like it's the only day I'm gonna train all week. And that helps me to achieve these goals, and I'm bridging the gap quicker even than I thought was possible when I started. One of the personal goals I have set out for myself here upcoming is Chirahala Skyway. I did the climb earlier this year, earlier in the summer, and it was a race. I won that race. And so now I'm gonna go out and race it again, but this time just against myself. It's a Category 1 mountain. You know, there's only one category above that, and that's, you know, the French Alps. So it's a hard climb, but the decision's been made. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it faster than the last time. It's gonna happen in under 2 hours. So now it's the easy part is just going out and doing it.
I got butterflies. Definitely got butterflies. It gets intimidating when you see you only gone 17 miles, you know, and you're pretty much just over halfway to the top. This is the hardest climb anywhere around. I would hardly call it a hill climb, actually. This is a mountain. It's not a question of can I do it, it's a question of am I willing to do it. It's like, cycling's a choice, you know, 90% of the time it's a choice. Your body can go so much harder and farther than you think it can. It's just, are you willing to let it? Are you willing to go to that point? So at the end of this climb, I'm not going to let there be any excuses. If I didn't do it within 2 hours, it's not going to be because I didn't give every single ounce of effort that I have in my body.
You got it, dude.
I got it. I can do it.
Creatures of my dreams raise up and dance with me. Now and forever, I'm
When you get that close, you always think you could have gone harder. It makes me wonder if I could have gone harder. It's disappointing, but it's a respectful time So I'm proud of myself. I underestimated the mountain today, but I'll be back.